today. We're here with Joe Kovacs. So tell me about your season so far. What's been your plan for this?
It's probably been a little underwhelming, but that's kind of been on purpose. We're trying to be smart and slow play this year. It really ramps up August onward, and I think to change the gear and really turn it on, this meet is important in July. So I'm excited to be here at Pre. I think I definitely will throw a season best, if not a world lead. I'm expecting that just because the body's getting to that point, but that's what we're kind of anticipating. I did 3 trips to Europe in 30 days, in and out. So I did a lot early in the season, and the body maybe wasn't as fresh as I kind of would like. My airline status is pretty good for next year because of all the flying back and forth. But this is the time of the season where we're changing gears, and we know we gotta come back here in a month, put on a show, get on the team, have a great August, and really take that into Tokyo in September.
So how do you adjust with the late worlds like that? So you just have to make different plans early on?
Yeah, I think I think if I was a younger athlete, I would have done indoors or been tempted to do more early and keep it going. I essentially kind of shifted things back probably by a month and a half, did a little more family things. We did a family trip to Hawaii, which was a training trip. We spent about 6 weeks there, but I was able to do some of the base training stuff that I don't get time to do. So I used the time to kind of regroup and prepare. I think some guys do use the time to throw far in the beginning of the season. But I think when you have a season like this, you have to be kind of strategic, and it's not just strategic for everybody. It's knowing your body, knowing where you are in the sport, and what you want out of it. And of course, for me, it's another medal at the podium.
My next question was just going to be about, as you age, how you have to change your build-up.
Yeah, I think that I got a couple questions about that yesterday, and it's interesting because I don't really know if my body feels any different. Well, of course it does. I'm heavier, maybe tired more, but I think it's just being a dad and being full-time with the kids and how much exhaustion that is. But you love it. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything, but you're constantly doing something that's constantly draining you. And like I said, when we had our kids in 2022, that whole 23 season, I knew what it was like to be jet lagged and tired. I didn't know what it was like to go for 5 months and be that tired every single day, and the cumulative effect of that. So now our kids are 2.5, going to be 3 in October, so it's getting a little bit better. We're sleeping through the nights a little bit better, but I think that effect and that juggling is definitely something even more so than my age of now I'm 36. I'm the old guy on the circuit, but I think it's something that I think it's special that I'm able to kind of stay at this level and kind of bring them along the journey, some of these meets and some of these moments. So I hope to have them there for us as I get to the tail end of my career.
They're more mobile now, though, so that's
Yes.
got to be exhausting.
They're more mobile, and they it's crazy because they go from walking, crawling, walking to now they're sprinting, they're playing, and they're going, and they're running opposite directions. You have 2 of them, and you don't know what to do, and I'm sure every parent goes through that, same feeling of what the heck. But I think that that's the fun part about it. It's the fun part, and my wife and I kind of made some decisions that we are there full time with them all day, and sure, that's exhausting. We're not really handing them off doing that, but that's what we want to do. We don't want to miss a lot of these moments, especially that I have to go travel a couple times in the summer and be away. The rest of the season, I am there. The whole year, I'm there with them. So that's what's special to me. Is that perfect for throwing? No, but for our life, that decision, we're never going to regret that.
Do they throw?
It's funny because we've never taught them how to throw, right? But every time they pick up a ball, they put it on their neck. They just think this is what you do. There's a tennis ball, a basketball. They just put it on their neck, and my son will throw it from his neck. And it's just crazy because it just reminds you they're watching everything, and I've never been you're throwing the shot, put can in, right? But they see that's what daddy does, or they see a video of me because they normally nap during when I'm practicing, but that's what they know throwing is. And it's just crazy that they'll pick up a rock and put it on their neck first, and then they'll throw. And
that's hilarious.
They see everything.
So, how long do you want to do this? You said you don't feel old?
Yeah, 1-2 I think is the hard part. Desire. It's I think it ebb and flows. I think I was the guy who wanted to be done after 2015, and then I stayed for 16, and then I somehow kept going. And I think the hardest part for me has been opportunity cost of deciding, the rest of life versus this life and what career could be. And I kind of juggled along the way. And then my wife and I, we kind of came together and we have this, business plan for life after throwing that I think will be fun for us to keep it going. And it'd be rewarding to involve, some youth athletes, some coaching, some camps and clinics that we have some ideas for. But that was the hardest thing. But I'm kind of at the end of my career where I know it's coming. So I'm trying to enjoy every single moment if I can. This will probably be my last Olympics going for it at 28. So it's like I want to do well at all these meets, but I want to enjoy coming to Prefontaine where you feel premium, you feel like the sport, because there's a lot of times you go to a meet and you don't feel this. So there's something special about coming here that I think it reminds you that this is how it could feel, this is how it should be, and then enjoy being a guy that's asked to go to a press conference, because those days are coming to the end.
Are the kids kind of cross-training too?
Yeah, we had 2 more people waiting.
What do you say? Are the kids kind of
Yeah, are they kind of cross-training as well?
cross training?
Yeah.
In a way, for sure. Like the amount of like on I'm doing and running after them, you could definitely say like I have a little metric for the Whoop and the Apple Watch, and like it's like, are you working out? And it's just like, no, I'm not working out. I'm watching the kids, right? So they're definitely probably more cardio, more running, more crossovers than anything I'm doing on the track.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah. Thank